Most of you who will see this are not clients or people that we have to do business with. So if you were to visit the office facility area of our complex, you would find us, those of us who are here, working in our socks or possibly our bare feet. We typically take our shoes off once we get to the office, or if we're coming in from the cargo area, we'll leave them out there. And with good hygienic practices that can involve the use of things like talcum powder and rubbing alcohol, it's not a problem at all. We have a nice clean carpet, and the office facility is a very safe area. Now, there are other companies that do this. In Silicon Valley, there's a company called Gusto. In their reception area, they actually have a sign and a big shoe rack. No one is allowed to wear shoes in their office. We haven't quite taken it that far. There's a software company called Notion that does the same thing. In Finland, there's a company called Supercell that does the same thing. The same is also true of Amanda Levette Architects and London. We're here a lot, so why not just kind of make this feel like home? It increases our comfort level, it reduces stress, and it helps to maintain a clean environment. Now, some people would say that's not professional. Well, first of all, we have few outside visitors here, and when we do have outside visitors that we need to do business with, then we'll put our shoes on a lot of times. But when it's just us, we typically will take them off. It's just a good common sense thing to do. If you were to visit, you wouldn't necessarily be required to do that, although you certainly could, because it's more or less a standard practice. It is also a great leveler. It sort of puts everybody on the same level, even though we're not necessarily on the same level. I don't know why this ought to be controversial, but it is controversial with some companies. That some companies do this. Some people strongly object. I really don't know why, because it's inside, it's safe, it's carpeted. If you go out into the cargo area, obviously, or outside, obviously, you'd want to put them back on. But in this office, most of the time, the footwear simply isn't necessary, so why bother with it? And everybody likes this. This is one of the ways that we make our place comfortable and easygoing for people. A couple of other ways are having greenery and having treadmill and various other things that we do. And we get our work done, and we do it very well. And we will change if we have to see visitors who might not understand that. But it works for us. It's not a hard and fast rule, but if someone ever were to object to this who came to work here, then we'd probably make it a rule. Because there's nothing really strange at all about it. It's just a good, common sense thing to do. If you don't have to have footwear, then why bother with it? It's just a cumbersome, unnecessary thing to do in an office like ours. Just good, common sense.